My name is John Romero, and I'm a game designer and programmer, and I've been making games for over 30 years. I started my career back in 1979, actually, when I started programming, and it was basically because of arcade games. And I was addicted to arcade games, and that got me interested in programming, so I learned how to code on the Apple II computer and the Commodore 64 computer. Then I learned the PC, and I've been making pretty much all different kinds of games, but the games that got really popular in the 90s were the first-person shooter games that I worked on. Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, and Quake. And then I moved into mobile after that, and I moved into MMOs, and then moved into Facebook. I started a mobile game company in 2001, and that was back in the days of J2ME and Brew and the Nokia taco phone, the N-Gage. And so I did a lot of programming back then, but it was pretty awful because there was no real software support. On a Pocket PC, the one that I actually liked the best was a Pocket PC, and it was very old school. It had a frame buffer, so you just programmed into memory just like normal. But after that, we programmed GBAs and all that, which are mobile. And after those days, I moved into MMO, but then I came back to mobile probably in 2011, I think, starting the Facebook game company. Mobile's really hot and Facebook's really hot, so we could basically make companion games to the Facebook games, and so I got really excited about doing iOS programming for the Apple iPhone, especially when they opened the store in 2008. The challenges that game developers are facing today in mobile is trying to make a game that has been made already. The big problem, even on Facebook, is that everybody's copying everybody else's games. Nowadays with frameworks like Corona, it makes it a lot easier to get your game design on the device. And so that's really important, especially people who are excited about game design. They want to come up with a great idea and they want to see it immediately so they can see whether it's got a good mechanic or not. And if you have to do a ton of low-level programming to get it up on the screen, that's just it's going to take too long to get the game done, and you might not even finish it. But with a framework like Corona, you get it up really fast, so you can actually focus on the game design, and it lets a person basically focus on what can I do that's different, that's not like all the other games, because it's so easy to put stuff up on the screen. Developing with Corona has been something that really supports the way that I know that game development should be done, which is extremely fast iteration and being able to debug. It's super important. So the way, with Corona, when you have the iPhone simulator up on the screen and you're editing text in whatever editor you want, as soon as you save that file, the simulator reloads just automatically. It's like, oh, here's your new code, bam. So there's no compile cycle that you have to wait for and then rerun it and relaunch the simulator. It's just sitting there relaunching by itself, which is super awesome because it's really fast. And then if you change any of the files in the hierarchy, like the graphics that the game is dependent on, it reloads again because it knows you just changed some assets. So it's been really fast and smooth to develop in the framework, especially if you want to make a game that's has a huge world in it. You don't have to program. You don't have to program the old way where you have to worry about what's on screen and kind of do your own clipping. You can just draw the whole world and Corona will just clip it for you, and then you just move the coordinates of the world around and it just redraws. So you don't even have to worry about the world management stuff. If you have a level in memory, you just draw the whole thing. And Corona just says, yeah, I'm not drawing all that stuff there because it's not even on the screen. Normally your code would have to do that, but Corona does it for you. So it just makes the way that Lua works and the way that the framework does things makes it so much easier to get stuff up on the screen. So it's had, I've had to relearn okay, so this is how it works, and it's easier. And so that's been just awesome, the cycle times of modifying and then just running it constantly and testing and tweaking is just faster than anything that exists. I would definitely recommend Corona. Anybody that wants to make a 2D game, Corona is definitely the framework that you need to use.